That. On here you go.
Do you have a water?
Yeah, right there. Wait. Speaking to the microphone, both of you guys.
Hello?
Testing.
Testing.
Okay. You're loud, but hold on. Complicated.
Not used to having two guests, huh?
No, I only have one guest on usually. Never two. Okay, we'll get like up close. We'll bundle up like this. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our first two guests of the day here, iDubbbz and Anisa. Is that how you say it, or is that because I was saying Anisa earlier and people are like that's wrong?
Yeah, it's Anisa.
Yeah,
Anisa would be with two S's.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. All right. For those of you who don't know, they're the creators of the Creator Clash that we watched. That I was supposed to also attend, but I was too much of a chicken shit to.
You're also
participate
supposed to
in.
fight in it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
When I said attend, I meant like fight. But then I was
we
like,
also invited you to it to watch.
Yeah. That's true. And I did. I thought it was going to be in LA,
Yeah.
and it was not in LA.
California's too strict with their boxing regulations. We got to do it in the
Libertarian paradise of Florida. When in the chat said, Anisa's streams helped me through the worst part of my life. Absolutely goated human. There you go.
Goated.
I used to be an extremely political.
I remember. Yeah. You also had like way less tattoos, I feel like.
Yes. Yeah.
Back
These are probably about 2 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right. Well, you're cutting out noise gate. Hold on. I'll fix that. Good call. Okay. So what are you guys doing in LA right now?
You probably have a better description of it.
Well, we were supposed to go on Ethan and Hila's podcast, but Ethan, no. So.
Oh yeah, he got. Well, that's.
He became the NRA's biggest enemy.
Yeah, the public enemy #1 for the NRA.
I've had many of those heated gaming moments myself. So. Yeah.
Yeah, I can think of one.
No, I just think it's funny, to be honest. I feel bad for Ethan, but. So that happened, and then we also were interviewing people for Ian's documentary and also meeting new Creator Clash fighters and like sizing them up and trying to figure out like who should
Post out the calibers.
Yeah.
Any leaks, dude? You got any?
I feel like we can't.
No, we can't. That's bad.
Okay,
that's
don't
gonna
leak
be
it.
like all the surprise, like all the hype for it.
Okay, don't leak it. Don't leak it. Never mind. My bad. All right. Well, that's cool. That's pretty sick. Let's talk about the Creator Clash real quick. So, for those of you who don't know, how would you describe what you guys did?
Well, we had no idea what we were doing. We sort of like found ourselves in boxing culture, and we were like, "Oh, I've spent like 4 months training to box rice gum. Like, how are we going to like make a boxing event happen?" And we just kept going until it happened.
Is that so that's how it originally started? You were supposed to box rice gum?
Yeah.
Wait, let's look at that real quick. Well, is there like a video of this or
no, I mean
like how did that start?
I made a video of it, but yeah, there's on my Reddit there's Rice Gum's response to basically that's a fun one to read.
That's what he said. Wait, hold up. Rice Gum's brain dead response. I didn't even watch the vid. Keem said school shooter called me out. First off, it's crazy how everyone says I'm always craving clout and want attention. I haven't posted in over a year and on a different wave. What's the wave? Crypto?
No.
Crypto rug pulls?
I don't know if I can.
I thought that was his wave.
No, it's OnlyFans women.
Oh, that's his wave?
Yeah.
What is he doing? Like, is he like
He's
pimping?
managing. Yeah.
Oh, he's pimping?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, cool. All right. Well, not surprising.
Yeah.
So that's his wave now. I thought iDubbbz would grow up and be more mature, but he's on that same childish energy, still making YouTube videos. How old are you? How am I retired and richer than you? At 23, I retired. You 31, still trying to YouTube box. Fucking cringe. When I actually they censored fucking on your subreddit. That's interesting. When I actually did social media, here's a tweet in 2018 of me wanting to fight. So there was your chance. So now you want to fight? Why not when I asked? You are not on my level. I left YouTube averaging 2 mil a vid. I come back, you still not at 10 million subs. And your lastest video.
Yeah, it's a lot. I will say the censoring, I just realized that's actually from, he sent this to Keemstar.
Yeah, that's Keemstar.
So Keemstar like went through and censored these for his video.
Oh, good. Keemstar is, of course, very, yeah, he's very
Also,
woke.
I want to add that like Rice Gum messaged me last year asking to fight Ian. So like this doesn't even make sense. Because like
he was?
Rice Gum recently asked me, like through my DMs, to contact Ian to fight him.
Yeah.
So like it's just a weird thing anyways. Makes no sense.
I mean, Rice Gum doesn't ever make sense. Famously unbiased Keemstar, yeah, of course. He's so great about this stuff. Okay, recently he said I want bad stuff to happen to black people.
Yeah, I believe that.
Well, okay, let's continue. When I did social media, last this video, I typed this in 30 seconds. That's how much I care about you, fucking broke bitch. Your most popular vid is me, and you're trying everything to stay relevant. It's actually sad. I thought you were one of those cool YouTubers that low key. Cool YouTubers that low key? What does that even mean? But you clout hungry just like them, haha.
I will say the video about him, he is right. I think that is the most popular video, but it has Jake Paul in the thumbnail, and it's titled about Jake Paul, so it's not even him.
Oh
It's bringing
no!
in the views.
So, oh Jesus,
So
that
doesn't even work.
That's extra damaging. Weren't you supposed to play Rice Gum in basketball? Oh yeah, I was, and then I didn't do it because I do have like a lot of people in my community that get like very upset
Do you play basketball?
I do play basketball. Yes.
Regularly?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Do you?
No, I don't.
What are you
think
gonna
it's
do? A
cool,
fucking
though.
basketball tournament now?
Maybe, yeah.
Creator Clash basketball. But yeah, no, I was supposed to play with him and also Aiden Ross and shit too, and then it never ended up happening. But I don't even know what the fuck he's up to nowadays. So, you know, we just kind of decided against it because I think I watched your video of him and I was like, oh wow, he's not really that great of a person.
No.
Seems.
The making his mom cry still kills me to this day. The like making his mom cry about spending a bunch of money on shoes.
Wait, he made his mom cry? I
Yeah.
didn't. Was that in your video?
Yeah, it
maybe.
was, I think.
I don't know.
I don't
Hard
know,
to say.
but-
There's a lot of shit to suss through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's like a, first gen like immigrant mother who like obviously didn't have a lot of money, and he thought it would be funny to like show her really expensive shoes that he bought, and it was like upsetting to her to see.
God
and he
damn.
like filmed it and put it on YouTube.
He owned her.
Yeah, it was fucked up. That still bothers me.
So was it Aiden Ross is wanted by Interpol? Yeah, I don't know. Absolutely no one is fucking doing anything about like securities fraud as long as it's done on cryptocurrencies. So I don't think they give a shit. But we'll see. I mean, the New York Times actually wrote about Logan Paul and stuff. So okay, so this is how you started. You wanted to fight Rice Gum, which understandable desire, I think, shared by many people on the internet, especially because he talks so much shit.
And it's an easy win.
Yeah,
It's so easy. He's
Except-
scrawny.
Yeah, except you fucking fought Dr. Mike,
Yeah.
who was,
He could have been an easy win if I had another year to bulk up.
dude, he was fucking, he
Yeah.
was a little crazy. Like he was, I did not expect that.
Yeah.
Neither
No.
did we. to be honest. We weren't expecting that energy, I think.
Yeah.
Came in hot, dude.
Yeah. He came in very hot. He damaged my face quite a bit, but he didn't touch my body, which I think would have been a huge advantage if he learned to go for the body, because I probably would have fucking passed out if he landed any body shots.
Yeah, you tanked it.
Yeah.
What happened to your... Wait, do you have a photo? I think I saw a photo of your face after, like a couple days after.
There's a TikTok I uploaded.
What's your TikTok?
It's Anisa Jomha. Jomha.
I'm so bad at writing, especially because I'm far away.
That's it.
Okay, let's see.
Should be like...
Yeah. That's
Oh, this is the one?
there.
Oh my god, dude. This is a violation of the Hippocratic Oath, I'm pretty sure.
It is.
He made a video about that before the fight, about how it's not a violation.
It's not?
Apparently.
I mean, I'm kidding. I don't think it is, but like... There are many things that I personally believe should be considered a violation of the Hippocratic Oath, like getting an MBA if you have an MD. I think you should not be allowed to do that, but, that's just me. But this is...
Don't I kind of look like... I was being called Sloth from the Goonies.
Yeah.
And but I personally think when you start to get pounded and that gets swollen, you look a little bit more like a Na'vi from Avatar.
Yeah, you look good. So what's up with the mullet, dude? What's going on there?
I feel like it just fits my head a little bit better than some other haircuts.
Yeah.
Jeff Wittick.
It's a new era.
I think Jeff Wittick also just blessed him with a haircut right before.
Yeah.
And it was the mullet. So.
Yeah, he's supposed to cut my hair a long time ago as well, but I feel like he's a one-trick pony with the fucking haircuts. Like he only knows how to cut mullets.
Oh, that might be. I don't know.
No, literally. Like I feel like you go to him and you're like, "All right, Jeff, like give me a high and tight," and he's like, "Oh shit, I don't know what happened." Like he just blacks out and he just cuts a mullet into your head. But yeah, no, Curtis Connor's got that too. I see it. You look like a yak. Shut the fuck up, dude. This is normal hair. My chat is crazy. I think at least now it's like long enough that it's not super weird.
No, I like your hair. You got a nice wave to it.
Yeah, there used to be a time when it was really bad. Like it was really, really fucking awful. And it was short. And I did look like a yak, a water buffalo, but now it's fine, I think. Okay, so what was I going to talk about? So you did the Dr. Mike thing. We talked about that. But it was a good success overall, right? I mean, how many people watched?
Well, it was about, I think, 100,000 pay-per-views, which was good. Is a little bit under the TikToker versus YouTuber one. We were hoping to pass that.
Yeah.
But they had all sorts of fuck you, live, X live money
I
to
think
promote
like
it.
our huge mistake was not hiring like lawyers to be on like the ready for taking down like pirated streams.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of pirating.
Yeah, I was pirating it. No, I'm just kidding. No, I bought it. Yeah, but that does definitely happen. Hair? Oh yeah, this is what it was like. It was not good.
I don't know. I feel like that's
That
just,
actually is a flattering photo, I think. It was way worse than that. So thank you, Chatter, for sending a flattering photo instead. It got way worse than that. Okay,
Have you ever had like a buzz cut? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you not like that look?
I hate that look.
Yeah.
It takes so fucking long to grow it back. Like it's only the buzz cut's good only if you the buzz cut's only good if you keep the buzz cut. You know what I mean? This is a sick photo.
I love that photo.
Hey, you look badass, dude.
Yeah, William Osmond took that.
Yeah, William Osmond.
He was going around taking all sorts of Polaroids of all the fighters. It really made it feel
Yeah, you look like a
special.
bad bitch. I mean, you've never fought before this.
No.
Like even a street fight, fist fight.
No. I think in middle school, some big Mexican kid like pushed me into a wall, and I like fucking was
Crumbled.
absolutely terrified.
Yeah.
That's not real. It's fucking
It doesn't even
dickheads.
look like you.
No, but I mean, I did get a buzz cut. They're just like fucking
Yeah.
made it.
Yeah.
That just looks like what my hair kind of looks like now. To be honest, I have like really like wavy, wild, weird hair. Yeah, that's why I wear hats.
All right, so you were fighting. You got your ass beat by a big Mexican dude when you were younger. Okay.
Yeah. And what else?
And that's it. That's like you
Yeah,
have
not
no
too
other.
much. No fighting experience.
Zero sports experience.
Zero sports experience.
Like none.
Anisa really pushed me to do it because I think like she's seen Rice Gum and she was like, you can do it.
Oh no,
Come on."
I think you could have easily beat Rice Gum's ass,
Right.
for sure.
But we kept upgrading it. You know, Jeff Wittick was one of the people we were gonna fight.
Yeah.
But you were gonna fight Jeff.
Yeah.
I feel like that would have been just as bad as Dr. Mike.
No. Have you met Jeff?
Jeff's smaller, so I wouldn't have had to put on weight.
I know Jeff.
Jeff would be faster.
I've known Jeff for years, actually. I even before he was like Vlog Squad adjacent, and then almost died as a consequence of his.
Mike is huge. Like the thing that
I've never seen Mike, so maybe he's bigger.
Dr. Mike is like 6'3" but closer to 6'4". And he's also like, so on weigh-in, he was 188 pounds, but he was definitely dehydrating. He was about 200-ish.
He was
over
try-harding.
Yeah.
I think he was like he tried way too hard for a dude who's like boxed for 10 years or some shit.
He's already ready to go.
Yeah, he was primed. He was trying to fucking do a murder.
Whereas like with Ian, he was like 183 pounds a week before the fight, and we panicked and we were like, fuck, he needs to retain water so he can hit closer. So we like fed him like water and creatine and salt. So he was 188 pounds, but it was like 188 pounds of water and like some fat, and so I mean on fight day they definitely look different, whereas Jeff Wittick is like 165 pounds, like 170, and he's like your height.
It would be easier to fight.
It would have been closer body wise.
I just felt like he's fought a lot, but maybe I'm wrong.
Jeff?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Jeff definitely has like I think more fighting
Yeah,
experience.
he loves that shit. That's like his thing. Like
Yeah.
haircuts and fighting.
It would have been like a lot more like tricky and interesting to watch. I think it would have been a lot more embarrassing if he was good. You know.
Yeah. Oh,
'Cause he'd get you with tricky shit.
Yeah.
who was outside of your fight? Like, who was your favorite breakout star?
Well, Dad was great.
But I feel like I expected him to be. I mean, he's so fucking jacked.
Yeah.
It's Ryan for me.
Yeah, it was Ryan and
McGee.
Alex fight. That was like the best because that was like they matched up so perfectly.
For me, it was
Reeves.
Michael Reeves, dude. That was he just fucking. I mean, he was insane.
The first time he tried to throw a punch, he'd never boxed before, and he like threw a hook, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, this guy's
Again, once you
good.
feel that,
Look at that. Just look at that movement. He's like weaving.
love
He's
the
bobbing.
bubbles.
He's got great movement. It was awesome. Yeah, Michael Pacquiao. Yeah, he just fucking did it.
I'd like to see Michael fight again, but I don't think he wants to damage his brain.
Yeah.
Last 30 seconds here.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, I feel like there was a lot of there was a lot of like a lot of the fights came down to like whoever had like longer reach. Yeah, like pretty much.
Except the
Except for
first
Dad
one.
and Matt Watson.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt Watson is taller than
Way
Dad.
taller, yeah.
Yeah, Dad really fucking came in.
Like
Yeah.
I mean, he unloaded on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. Well, I mean, I don't even feel bad because Super Mega, I'm supposed to be on this fucking podcast like for the past 3 years, and we still haven't been able to do it. So fuck you, Matt. You deserve to get your ass beat like that. Okay. I'm just kidding. No, he's great. Oh yeah. I mean, this one was great. This is the person. Okay, for those of you who don't know, at this stage, this sick fucking freak is who this man right here wanted me to fight. Okay.
If he played any
Boom.
amount of
Right
training,
hand.
it would have been
Fine.
Using that jab to paw. Looking
Ian
for the right
sparred
time for that
Alex.
right hand.
Yeah.
God damn, dude. Look at that. Look at how wiry he is, bro. He's taller.
He's not.
He's
like
taller.
a
He's taller than me
inherent
too.
benefit.
Because he came over
Yeah.
after when they were in LA. Him and Boy, and we hung out. And he's actually taller than me too.
How much taller?
Not that much.
Like an inch.
Like yeah, just an inch. But still.
James is like 6 feet.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, no, that
like,
was. I feel bad.
Well, the thing with
Don't-
James, he like we even talked to him. We interviewed him actually in LA this time around, and like he froze like hard. I actually turned when the fight was called. I turned to Hundar, who was also trained by his coach, and I was like,
Yeah,
"Why didn't he throw in the towel earlier, like the coach?" And Hundar looked at me and he was like, I've never seen James fight like that ever in like my like whole time training with him. So like,
Oh, you think he didn't like show? You think he couldn't show
No.
up?
Oh,
He
yeah,
got scared.
He didn't show
just
what
froze.
he had for sure.
I mean, 10,000 people. It was loud in there, and like a lot of energy. And I mean, he wants to fight again because he just feels like he froze and just didn't do anything he learned at all.
That's insane.
It's too bad.
This is what you wanted to happen to me.
You would have been so fine.
No,
would've
I've never.
soaked it.
Well, back then when you first reached out to me, it was like right after quarantine restrictions were like easing up, and I was so fucking depressed and so fucking fat and so out of shape. I literally could not. I would stand up. Like I've been working out nonstop since then, but at that point, I think I was at like 285 pounds or something, and I was literally. When I would stand up for an extended period of time, I would get winded.
Oh,
Like 15 minutes of standing up, I was like, ugh.
I think
it was
that's
too
the
much.
Would have been the
problem.
perfect way to
Excuse.
get you to work out and get in shape.
he couldn't have lost that much weight though in time.
Yeah, no, this is no shot. We never would have been able to. Yeah, we never would have been able to get like.
Yeah, I guess for you to fight him, you'd really have to drop a lot.
Yeah, how much does he weigh?
185, 190.
Oh, I've never been one. Dude, last time I was 190. I was in 8th grade, dog. There's no shot. Yeah, I'm.
Well, you just got to
currently
lose some of that muscle.
I'm 260 currently, or 250, 258 or something currently. And at my skinniest, when I had like straight up like a 6-pack, just very like 10% body fat, I was 220 pounds.
Oh man.
So I would need to shave off bone at that point, I think. There's no way I'd be able to get down. I don't know why he's yeah, I actually don't know. Maybe it's because I'm like wider than he is
No,
too.
I mean he just doesn't lift.
He doesn't
He's
lift
more
at all.
athletic. I think he did track when he was younger,
Yeah.
so like he's just never, I think, done huge muscle building things.
Mm-hmm.
I've literally
He could
never.
get
My
really
lowest
big.
weight, yeah, my lowest weight was like 220. So there's no shot that I could be able to.
Maybe I did a thing to fucking spend a year getting massive.
Jacked.
I don't want him to fucking. I don't want him to get more jacked, dude. I can't fight that guy. He's
You could fight Harley.
Harley's fucking terrifying too.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a giant,
But I
lovable
mean,
giant, but
you're-
still a giant.
You're big, like you're intimidating as well. Like I feel like if we told anyone like, oh, you're fighting Hasan, they'd be like, no.
I'm like a teddy bear though. Like I don't know. I don't feel that way. Another crazy one was Minx.
Mm-hmm.
She was like laughing the entire time.
She said she blacked out during it and had no clue what the fuck was going on at all.
That was another wild fight.
We also found out that she had only sparred like 3 times before fighting,
That's horrible.
which is not what we were wanting
Yeah.
to happen.
Yeah, that was bad.
Wait, what? She sent a brutal call out to Amber Heard for next boxing match? What the fuck? I did not see that one. What the fuck? She's trying to fight Amber Heard? That's insane. A TKO victory for Justin Minks. What a win for the Twitch streamer. I mean, yeah, she was wild. She was actually fucking insane.
If the
What's going on, guys? This is the.
I think it would have been a lot more interesting and a lot closer if the ref didn't call it. I think Haley could have gone a lot further.
Yeah.
I think she was gassed, like, by the...
She kept her hands up. It was just
No, not Haley. I'm talking about... I'm talking about...
yeah.
Minx was gassed, but she was
Yeah.
still pounding.
elegance.
There's this YouTuber called Aussie Man's Review who actually gives like a pretty good breakdown of like her being an older sibling. It's just like, why are you hitting yourself? Really like that video.
Oof. I mean, she backhand too. She was just throwing everything and the kitchen sink, dude.
Yeah, that sucks that they called it there because she was getting
Yeah.
hit square in the face, which is like
Shitty.
you don't want to see it, but she wasn't anywhere close to getting knocked down or stopping. She was
Yeah.
throwing back as well.
Yeah, I mean,
that's
it
rough.
was wild. It was fun to watch though. But she was. It was weird seeing her smile through it.
I love
And
it.
that.
What the fuck was
She-
that Fortnite
she-
taunt?
She did say a couple days ago that zapped all of her energy. Like
Doing
after
that?
she did that, all of her energy was gone,
my God.
which is so funny to me.
That's like video game character shit.
Yeah, we gotta have more people doing that shit. Maybe we'll give people bonuses or something next year for like throwing in.
I did try to
Taunts.
privately talk to Dad about that
Yeah.
before, because I kind of had a feeling it was going to be a blowout. So I said, like, you can spam dance like during it. I was like, that's fine, because
Yeah.
I feel like that would have given Matt, a chance.
How did he? What did Matt think going into it? Like, I want to ask him. Like, why?
I think he's pretty much said like he knew he was at like a disadvantage, but I think it really demoralized him to find out early on that Dad had been training for like 9 months before he got started.
Yeah.
We were trying to tell him like your reach advantage, and if you just build some muscle and work on your technique, like it'll be fine.
I think if he would have, like, if you're tall and you're boxing and you blanket over the person, just like drape on them and put all your weight on them, it's like really
Like
shitty
in a clinch.
in a clinch
Yeah.
to like be that, and there was things that could have been done, but unfortunately it just,
He basically needed to do the I did a thing technique,
Yeah.
and he could have done that. Had he known what to do when
That was
Dad
in
came in.
remarkable shape, dude. It's terrifying. I had no idea. I mean, I didn't know who he was before this. But when I saw him when I saw him shirtless, I was like, nope, that's not good. That's no good. I think AB did a really good job, despite having a also significant disadvantage, like a significant reach disadvantage against Hundar, who is literally like, I mean, he just looks like a dude who would be named Hundar.
yeah.
Like, he's the most like he has the most appropriate name for the way he looks.
Yeah. It sounds like a very beastly name.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna is Anisa's audio fine, chat? Someone was saying it's like a little bit lower. It's you just get right up
Maybe
in
I'll
there.
I'll just like,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought the Hundar versus AB fight was definitely crazy. I mean, look at this fucking guy, chat. Look at this fucking guy, chat.
There, and he's going to do some work today. Is that right?
Yeah.
S-Fan was great, by the way.
oh, I love S-Fan.
Yeah,
He's so good.
he was built for this. He was
Yeah.
perfect for that.
Yeah, that's right. It's hard to talk with a mouth guard in. Anybody else complain about that?
People actually take it out.
I can't. It's stuck in my mouth. And they tied the gloves to my hands. Help!
Okay, we're going to go ahead and send you out there.
Yeah. Hundar's great.
I love
Yeah.
him. I love both of them. Both AB and Hundar are
Put
just
myself in uncomfortable situations and see what I'm
Best.
capable of. I want a reminder.
They're the ones who tried the hardest. They
By far.
they started so soon. As soon as we said, "Do you want to do this?" They hopped in a
Who
gym.
was originally supposed to fight? What was that fight supposed to look like?
Well, I think we can mention all the people who are going to fight.
Yeah.
There's a guy named Anomaly who's from Malta. He was going to fight. He was one of the heavyweights.
Oh yeah, that dude. He fucking always wears a mask.
yeah.
Yeah, he does like.
That was awkward because we kind of had to tell him like it has to be a face reveal. You can't wear a mask in the ring.
Yeah.
Like that's not going to work. But he had some disc issues, I think, a herniated disc.
Almost all the heavyweights we had to drop out because of spine issues.
Chad Roberts.
Me
of
too.
Cold Ones.
Yeah, that's your excuse too.
No,
It's fine.
I've had disc issues as well. I fucking blew
okay.
my back out while deadlifting. As soon as I literally once I started working out again, I fucking immediately blew my back out.
Chad was doing good too. Chad had lost quite a bit of weight and he was
He was going to fight Eric, Internet Comment
Yeah.
Etiquette.
which I think that would have been a really good fight. DJ was a last minute replacement. Who
The
else
streets
did we
are
have?
saying Keemstar.
No.
They want to see Keemstar get his ass beat.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah,
I
that'd
would
be
love
great.
to have Keemstar. We've offered.
We've offered he can come to Seattle and
Yeah.
do a little session. We won't even film it. It'll be
What's
one of
up?
those
Like, is
things.
he too fast? Is that what it is?
Yeah, you want to be too fast.
Yeah, he's just too fast. He just can't. He doesn't want to destroy people like that.
It would be interesting. I think he should do it. I think it would give him more legitimacy in the boxing world.
I agree. Just to spar Ian even once. I personally, even if that never saw the light of day, I would just like to
Even
see that.
him just hitting the bag, just filming himself
Yeah.
hitting the bag would be great.
Yeah.
Keemstar would also be like Anomaly though, and be like, I have to wear a hat.
Yeah.
He has to wear his ugly ass hat during the fight.
Well, there was.
He's got the
Originally,
beard.
there was Ethan was kind of keen to do a fight with Keemstar.
I was pushing hard for
We were
that.
pushing too.
Okay.
I was pushing
Okay.
so hard for
Okay,
that.
it's good to know we were hitting them from different angles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I mean, on the one hand, I was like, I'm not fighting. But I was like, you should definitely fight Keemstar. Because it would have been dope. I was like, look, dude, we'll give you fucking steroids. Like, I'll help you.
Steroids.
Like, dude, can you imagine? Can you imagine Ethan Klein just fucking peeled, just jacked?
That
it
would
would
be
be
great.
so sick.
He really needs to do that as well because I think he's so used to having this like image of like, you know, the fat Jewish guy, you know, that's like he really needs to bulk up.
I just want
become
him
the
to.
ripped
I
Jewish
just want him to do steroids just for no reason.
Yeah.
like it'd be sick. Like
He should.
he
do
just
it.
comes back. Yeah, he just like is wearing a fat suit throughout the process too. He's like hiding it.
That
So
would
people are
be
like,
even
"Oh
better.
man, Ethan, like your face is getting weirdly skinny, but your body still looks kind of droopy. What's up with that?" And then he's like, "Bam."
He only needs to maintain it for like, you know, a month. Just
Yeah.
have fit Ethan month. And then go back to his usual
Grind.
figure.
Pizza grind.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, he eats frozen pizza, which is so much worse than just like if you're gonna eat pizza,
Yeah.
and I love pizza.
Yeah.
Definitely a big vice for me. Just like don't eat frozen pizza. Anyway, that's completely unrelated to the matter.
Oh, I like that name, the Hebrew Hammer. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Oh, the Hebrew.
Apparently,
house.
Philip DeFranco has said he would fight Ethan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Will I fight Ethan? Yo, if Ethan wanted to, and there was enough time for both of us to like dedicate to it, not any like
Man.
3-6
man.
months.
This is,
stuff,
I
be,
think, the
super look to
closest we
future,
have to
which is
getting
dangerous because who
Ethan
knows if
fight.
either of us is
Yeah.
going to be relevant. Just me. I'm the one that might not be relevant by then.
Because this is way more even.
I'd be
Dude,
open
he's
to
opening
I was
Pokemon
gonna
cards or
say,
something.
What's happening?
What is he doing on the side?
What's going on?
I mean, that would be incredible.
It'd be a
That would be
laugh.
incredible.
It'd be the hey.
Franco's now Pokemon YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be
yeah.
down for that.
That would be sick. Okay, so you're now so you're doing like the thriller thing now. You guys have completely stopped. You're not doing documentaries anymore. You're not doing content cop anymore. You're just a boxing promoter now. Is that correct?
Yeah, pretty much. Now
Okay.
we'll do a documentary now and again to keep the lights on.
It's
Because
just
these
hard.
events are charity events. Like
Yeah.
we're not. I mean, we didn't make any money other than like, you know, recouping
His-
costs.
Yeah, and the fighter purse that you get for fighting.
Yeah.
Because you're a fighter.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. It's really hard. Right after the event happened, we had so many people coming up to us asking us to do it again, including like our broadcasting partner and
A
the
bunch of my
production
friends
partner.
got fucking really excited. They were like, "We're gonna fight. We want to fight now."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in the space.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of people that are like definitely interested.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
We want to keep the vibes good.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard because we'll have a lot of people being like, I want to fight my mortal enemy. And it's like, no one's mortal enemy ever wants to actually fight.
Yeah. It never happened.
It kind of has to come from a place of mutual-ish respect.
Of like, I just want to know if I
Yeah,
can beat the
because
shit
you're
out of
putting
this
too
person.
much on the line if you want to like fight someone you're mortal enemies with. It makes
Yeah.
it that much harder for everyone to agree to it.
No, or I feel like it's gonna be dangerous and weird if they, if there's
Yeah.
like two people that like absolutely despise one another fighting.
Yeah, it
you get,
clashes.
You get
a lot.
headbutts. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know if you
and
saw
weirdness.
the Showstar boxing event, but like a dude headbutted another dude within like the first minute.
It was crazy.
It was insane.
Because you need to essentially win at all costs. Like, it's no longer like, kind of
would-
friendly.
I will say, Hassan, if you fought Crowder, that would be my dream.
Steven Crowder.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. That's like the only person that's like in my weight range that is like a conservative
I would love
commentator.
that.
I don't think he'd be down to do it. I feel like I'd be down to do that.
Yeah.
I will try and bother him. You know, Gavin McGinnis called Ian hot and cool the other day.
Oh God.
Yeah, because he watched the fight and he was like, "Well, I thought he was like a dumb nerd, but he kind of looks epic. He's got like cool hair."
You do look like a Vice guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you do look like you got the. Yeah,
fair.
especially with the mullet, you do look like you would be, I don't know, trying ayahuasca or something.
Right. I had to tone that down by getting the nails done.
Yeah. No, I mean, that stuff doesn't count anymore. It's like 2022, you know? I'm going to have my
yeah,
nails
even the-
painted soon as well, later in this broadcast. But Moist Critical commentating was amazing. Yeah, Moist, oh, dude, if he fought, that'd be sick to see.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm so selfish because, like, on the one hand, I'm sure people would love to see me fight too. And I'm like, I don't want to do that because, like, you know, I don't want to fuck myself up. But also simultaneously, I'm like, I would love to see all of these people fight.
It's pretty life-changing. I would say
It is life-changing.
It's going to be one of the like most memorable experiences of your life.
Also,
and everyone who signed up for it, even the people who got punched in the face and TKO'd, like they all said afterward, like, "Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that again." So it's definitely not as scary as people make it out.
Yeah, most of them passionately want to do it again. Like a lot of them are like trying to get on the card, you know, right away. So
yeah. And it's also good because I think people are realizing that it's not a bad thing to lose. Like losing isn't the worst thing that happens. It is the worst thing if you're facing your mortal enemy. But
yeah, that's why like I can't. If I fight Steven Crowder, like I have to beat his ass.
you have to win. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
If I lose to Steven Crowder, it's over. Like the progressive movement is set back by decades at that point. You know what I mean? Just not acceptable.
Yeah.
no, that's fair.
So it is like there is pride there for sure. Aren't you like a foot taller than Steven Crowder? I don't know. He's like a big dude.
I think it would be pretty even. You might be a
I
couple
think he's
inches.
a big dude. I thought he was like a
I think
big
he'd be a couple inches bigger.
hockey guy.
He's 6'2".
Yeah.
Okay, I am
Easy.
bigger than him.
Easy.
But he is a bulky dude for sure. I mean, he's not like.
But he's probably got bad habits. I think he probably does like jujitsu or some like other things that aren't boxing.
Oh, I think
So
he's
he'd probably try to slam you and he could get DQ'd.
I think he's well, I mean, he has a bad heart. He almost died.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
they wouldn't let him then. The boxing, it's crazy how strict the boxing commission is. They almost didn't let Dad fight because he's 40. Even though his EKG...
What the fuck?
I'm not even kidding. Like, his EKG came back good, and the doctor, like, the boxing commission doctor was still like, no, I need a second opinion.
Yeah, he almost died because he has like a bad heart. Because I think he had like a chest hole.
Oh.
You know what that is? Like
yeah.
when you have like an indented chest or whatever, like a chest pussy.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what that is? Is the chest pussy like actual like?
Yeah, that's the medical term for it.
Right?
Yeah.
But that because one of our fighters this time might have a chest pussy, and I'm not sure.
Oh, you're not gonna say it? I know a lot of people with chest pussies, so I'm not gonna leak it. But yeah,
That might be a bad thing.
he like got surgery for it. I think he had a collapsed lung or something as a consequence of that, and he was in literally the fucking he was in the hospital for like weeks and weeks, and of course we were all praying.
Right.
I was waiting.
I'm just stopping there. We were just praying, you know. But yeah,
He can handle a lot though. He volunteered to get like a knee on his neck or something like that, right?
oh yeah,
wearing
that
a
was
neck
bullshit.
brace.
Yeah, that was such
He was
bullshit
like-
too. That pussy. He didn't actually like get the same treatment either.
No.
But I mean, Steven Crowder has fought before. If you guys would like to see it,
Wait, are you talking
Wait.
about? Yeah.
We know what you're talking about, I
Yeah.
think.
yeah, he was famously you know, before they started doing the oh god, what is this fucking bullshit? There's a paywall for every goddamn thing. Okay, so oh look at that, Uncle Jank right there. Yeah, he was he back in the day he used to go out and do Change My Minds with like union guys, and he was like, unions are for gay people, change my mind. And then some union guy was like, yeah, I'll fucking change your mind. Just like a fucking
I
40
love how he's doing this.
yeah, he's like a 48-year-old Teamster. He's like, fuck you. Look at that.
I really enjoy seeing that. I know some people say that violence is bad, but I'm not one of them.
Yeah, no, this was pretty funny. Just getting absolutely fucking brutalized, and then also the worst part about it is he lied about like the reason why it happened too.
Is this this why he goes after college kids?
Boom, boom.
This is too dangerous. College kids are more docile.
Yeah, don't go to a union protest.
This guy's like trying to feed his kids. He's like, fuck this guy.
What a fucking great clip that is, though. See, that's what I'm saying. I can't have that happen to me. You know what I mean? Like, that'd be terrible if I fucking slipped or something. But yeah, that's why he hates unions. Yeah. Oh yeah, he was. By the way, never let a content moment get away. You know, Steven Crowder was doing merch and podcast promos on his heart surgery vlog.
Fuck.
Yeah, listen to my podcast. If I die, still listen to my podcast on the apps.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Love Crowder shop with the doctor there.
Yeah. No, it's great. So we'll see. I mean, that's something that I could be interested in.
But would you be honest? Like,
what's up?
Given that you would have to win with someone like Crowder, don't you think it would be a better idea to fight someone who
is like a friend?
Not even a friend, just neutral.
In the space who isn't like a piece of shit.
Pretty much, yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, you're right about that.
We want to keep the good vibes too.
It's really hard because I wouldn't. It just makes shit really awkward when you're like when even just walking around the same hotel as Dr. Mike. It was just a little bit weird, and I think it would be even more weird if he was like a bigger piece of shit. Because you get in the same elevator and stuff. It's like it's crickets. It's not.
Wait,
good.
really? Oh, you guys? I thought you guys were like.
No. With me and Dr. Mike, it was cool. I'm just thinking that with someone you're not very cool.
Oh yeah,
with,
no, it would be weird. I feel like one of his fans would try to kill me too. Like, you know what I mean? They would like definitely try to do some crazy shit.
I mean,
and they have a lot of guns. I don't know.
We had like full security at the hotel. If it makes you feel any better. So
yeah, cops on every floor.
Yeah, literally,
the cops would be his fans
in
this
no,
situation. So they're like, oh, that's Steven Crowder guy. He's a good guy. I like him a lot.
One of the cops there on our floor, he was like all excited that Ian was fighting, and he goes, "Do you guys need suggestions of where to eat?" And we were like, "Yeah, sure." We were thinking like he was gonna give us some good, restaurant recommendation. Instead, he goes, "There's a Chili's. There's
you
a
just
TGI
named all the
Fridays."
chains.
I love that. I mean, that's
5
like
chains.
That's the pride and joy of America, baby. That's the cultural landmark. Chili's. I do fuck with Chili's though. I mean, that's because I'm like, for fob. So when you're a fob, it's just when you're fresh off the boat. Even though I don't sound like it, I know. You end up being fascinated by American chains like that. Like I fucking love Chili's, dude. Oh my god.
Do you like the Southwestern egg rolls?
Yeah, I like all of it. I like everything that Chili's makes, straight up.
I used to be a hostess there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when I was 16.
What are you about to tell us about the processes in which how
sick.
you came in hot with the egg roll?
She's you've been a waitress at like a number of restaurants, and she has like nothing bad to say about any of them.
No.
She's like, oh, that's an awesome place.
Denny's is awesome because it's a bunch of like moms just trying to feed their kids as like workers, and they're so sweet. I love Denny's. That was like my favorite place to work. Chili's was good too. I liked it. I have nothing bad to say about Chili's. The only place that I hated was Joey's Seafood Restaurant, Joey's Only. But
is that in Canada?
I think that might be a Canadian.
Yeah, I don't like seafood anyway. I don't eat any seafood.
Yeah.
Okay, this is random and unrelated to the conversation that we were having. But what do you think about Logan Paul and Jake Paul now? Now that you've actually fought, now that you've like trained, do you feel like they've put in a lot of effort?
I think. Yeah, I think they put in effort.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's not surprising because they did fucking sports. Anyone who's, like, done sports, like, growing up and in high school, you're going to have a work ethic. And that's kind of all it takes. Everyone on our fucking card is just as, like...
Watch your Apple Watch, by the way. Don't show anything.
Oh.
This is coming up on the screen.
Oh.
Just as impressive as our fighters. Like, they're, I think, just as good as... Not just as good, but just as dedicated and hardworking as those guys.
Yeah, they're fucking. That's like one thing. I went to watch the Mayweather Logan Paul fight, and I mean, I was definitely in awe of like how much. I feel like that's the amount of effort you put into being able to do something like that. I feel like is pretty profound. So I do respect him for that. Nothing else, but just that one.
Well, yeah, it's very easy to do it when you're a fucking multimillionaire. It's like
true.
you can just
Yeah.
kick your feet up. Like you don't have anything else. He doesn't need to make vlogs ever again in his life, particularly
Yeah.
with crypto scams.
Yeah, I know. That's like that's a really viable way to just like continue making a shitload of money.
Yeah.
So
It's way harder for fucking Brett and
AB.
AB who are like working normal
Real
jobs,
jobs.
who have to like work just as hard as me, who's not working a normal job, and still show up. That shit's
Yeah.
so much harder.
yeah. Even then though, I do respect it. Like I feel like, I mean, I don't respect them in general, but I do respect that one element where I feel like Logan Paul
Yeah, it
and
takes
even
work.
Jake Paul, like I feel like Jake Paul's like a straight fucking fighter. Like I think people underestimate that. You know?
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
I
What
agree
else
with
was I
that.
going to say? Oh, okay. So let's talk about incels, because I mean, and I don't know if you want to talk about this, but
Oh no, we
and
can't
anything
talk about that.
anything that you don't want to talk about, we don't have to. But like, I remember there was a big fallout, and people were like very upset at you, because of both of you actually. As a matter of fact, like there was like a fan base drama where
Yeah.
people thought that you betrayed them by being pro sex work.
Yeah. I think it was just, I think a lot of people think that you kind of need to fit in a camp, one camp or the other. And I think some people have like seen my content and like, I think one of the better examples is like me shitting on Tana Mojo.
Yeah.
Mojo. And they sort of filled in the blanks and said like, all right, you gotta hate women. You gotta hate women like this or whatever.
You're like, I hate women, but not in the way you think I hate women. Me too, brother. Don't worry. Same.
So I think it was just a shock. I mean, it's pretty typical response because if like I think a lot of like the main technique I think to gain a following is you remain as ambiguous as you can.
Oh yeah. That's what I
if
did.
You're wanting to
Famously.
yeah. Yeah, maybe for the political commentators that's an exception, but
No, Tim Pool, like, still people think he's a liberal. You know what I mean? Like,
What? How?
there are. I know it's insane, but they definitely do that. Like political commentators do that as well. Anyone, you're absolutely right. It's the same shit that brands do. It is like basically trying to be as inoffensive as possible to as broad a demographic as possible by like sometimes taking a position when it goes too far. Like, you know, that's how you saw like the Barstool guys even come out and be like, yeah, this abortion shit's crazy. Like, you guys got to chill out.
Right.
But like usually just kind of having like a mishmash of different political opinions that you can pick from either side
Right.
as you see fit.
yeah, exactly. You speak confidently about the thing you're confident about.
Yeah.
And you don't say anything about the things that are a little bit more sus. So I think people saw that and they're like, all right, I'm going to fill in the blanks.
Yeah.
And then when it was revealed that I didn't care about OnlyFans, I was just, you know, there was a portion of my fan base who were disappointed.
It's crazy though, because there's like a really old video of Ian from like way before I met him.
You guys want something to drink, by the way?
Oh no, I'm good right now. Way before I met Ian, where he even says, he's like, if women want to like do sex work, like that's just capitalism. Like they're just marketing. Like even like you were what 23, I think, when you made that video of you talking about being very neutral to women and sex work. And that was like, I mean, for a 23-year-old to feel that way.
Yeah, I don't think I was there at 23. I was definitely, you know, I had some resentment for sure.
So it's just weird that people think that he changed that, because he's literally always been that way since I've met him, like super pro.
Yeah, but people just like choose what they want to hear pretty much. Like I feel like they'll just, like
Right.
you said.
You have to outright say it for them to kind of.
Yeah. And when
get
you
it.
do, they're like, oh, I feel betrayed.
Right.
Which is kind of weird. But I think ultimately what you need to do is just, you know, keep your head down and make good content, and then they'll shut the fuck up and come back if they want to.
Yeah. And that's what it's always been about anyway, for the most part, is just creating entertaining things. There's always been like a little bit of, you know, like, I don't know, certain things can be political and certain things can't be. I think I saw you react to like my video about wearing the masks. Some people like freaked out about those. And that was something I felt very confident in speaking about, but I'm not going to get into the fucking like the tough stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it that stuff was like, I mean, it was pretty, that was like, you're letting the people that are significantly more knowledgeable than idiots like ourselves actually fucking tell us like, hey, this is a pretty good protocol. And if you're still skeptical after that, you can look to other countries where they have a level of success because they have like some semblance of like, a public health measures. It's just such a strange thing. I mean, the similar thing is happening with like, gun laws right now.
Yeah, she always points to Canada constantly when a U.S. thing is happening. She's like, this isn't a problem where I'm from.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit, dude.
It's really weird.
You guys better watch out. We're going to fucking invade one of these days, okay?
I grew up with a crazy uncle that always said that America was coming for our fresh water, and now I'm starting to believe it. I'm like,
that's true. That's what I'm saying. I've been trying to get Governor Gavin Newsom to make Canada into an oblast, like a American, just take over Canada. They got a lot of fresh water there.
I'm so scared of that.
What's an oblast? What is that?
It's like in Ukraine, that's what they call like districts.
Oh, okay.
States. I just think it's a very cool naming convention. Canada Oblast. I mean, I know that Alberta's down. Like, I feel like they would be the first to be like, yeah, let's go.
It's crazy. So I'm from Alberta, and I'm in Edmonton. And when you drive from Edmonton to Banff, which is like the in-between area between BC and Alberta, there's signs that are like, unionize with the U.S. and Wexit. They call it Wexit.
That's awesome.
Which is like Western exit. There's like flat earther.
No
shit.
way.
Oh yeah.
There's already a momentum in Canada.
Oh yeah. In Alberta.
No way. The Maverick Party, formerly known as Wexit Canada, is a Canadian federal political party. It advocates for the constitutional changes, seeking broader appeals. Separatist Wexit Canada Party changes its name to the Maverick Party. It's so funny because like your conservatives are like our Democrats.
Yes, it's so weird.
Yeah.
I had never watched American media before until, dating him. And even in like when Joe Biden talks, I'm like, this is like the most conservative takes for like Canadians. Like this is like Wild Rose level conservative. And Wild Rose has said things like, if you get pregnant as a woman and it's rape, then you wanted it. They've said things like we should feed raw.
This is regular Republican stuff, though. That's like pretty much.
That's like crazy shit for Canadians. But like Joe Biden is, I'm so confused by the I don't know. It's weird.
So a Maverick is someone who challenges the status quo and believes very strongly in forging ahead and taking a new path. He said in an interview.
The president of that party.
Yeah. I mean, this guy probably would want Logan Paul's Ohio ass to like fucking, govern Canada or at least Alberta. We just thought that it hit perfectly and we're endeavoring to do in this new political party. What the It's Maverick from Top Gun. Though the connection to the Top Gun film franchise isn't intentional, Hill said the release of the new film Top Gun Maverick could help draw attention to the new Maverick party. We can't make jokes about this anymore because like I feel like
no, it's leaking into Canadian. Alberta's really bad, and so is Ontario. Ontario's getting a little weird.
Yeah, I feel like Canadians are. I've said this before, but like I feel like Canadians are either the chillest people you've ever met or the fucking worst. Like they're so insecure about not being American that I feel like they just hype that shit up.
Yeah,
they try to like overcorrect. And that's how you get like the Steven Crowders of the world.
And McGuinness. McGuinness is Canadian.
And Gavin McGuinness too, yeah. Which is ironic because like Vice literally started off as like as a publicly funded free zine. Like that's in Canada. It was public provisions in Canada that started Vice.
Interesting.
Ted Cruz is from Canada, that's true.
Oh God.
Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, Jordan Peterson went to a university with my dad. They're
did
both
he?
Psychology majors at the U of A at the same time.
What does your dad think about him?
I mean, I don't know. My dad's got Alzheimer's out the ass, so I could ask him, but he'd probably just...
It'd be a funny answer.
It'd be a funny answer, probably.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think he'd be fond of him. My dad was like an extreme, like liberal to the point.
Yeah.
Like he was a conspiracy theorist out the ass.
George Bush did
your dad's
9/11.
your dad's pro Palestine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dad was very passionate about George Bush doing 9/11. Before that was
Oh,
me.
he was like a base layer.
Yes. Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
yeah.
those guys.
Yeah.
George W. Bush era liberalism is like
Oh.
one of my favorite eras of like liberals
Yeah.
where they were just like psychos.
Yeah.
And
No.
we're like anti-war kind of. And now liberals are like, no, we love war. It's the fucking best. Please let's have more war.
We went to every anti-Afghanistan march, like anti like going into Afghanistan and like all of that. All of my childhood was like very
That's awesome.
anti-war and anti-Bush. My dad hated Bush vehemently.
That's great. What about your family?
My dad loved Bush.
Yeah, it's like the opposite.
Yeah. Wait, where are you from originally?
San Diego.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. All right, yeah. San Diego's got some real red areas.
Yeah.
Like Santee, also known as Clanty. I don't know if you knew that.
No, I didn't know
Did you
that.
not know
I thought Orange County was pretty red.
Orange County too, yeah. Of
Yeah.
course. I mean, people forget that like California literally gave America Richard Nixon and Ronald Reagan. Like that's something that
The
people
boys.
forget. Like it was, yeah, it used to be red until until immigration, brother. What the fuck? But yeah, ruined the country. Huntington Beach is still where all the rich, the really rich like Republicans live. So
The creepiest thing I've ever seen in his hometown is like if you go to where the boats are, there's just Trump flags. Every single boat
course.
has a Trump flag.
our big beautiful boaters, they are an important constituency in the Trump camp. Like they're huge. They're big. They're beautiful, and they're boaters. Yeah, no, I'm fascinated by that. Of course, even though the Republican Party now tries to LARP as like the party of the working class, and like the more racist you are, the more working class you are. Like, come on. Even though it's like, dog, you literally sell boats for a living. Like you make like $500,000 a month from, maybe not a month, but like you're making like at the
Boats
minimum
are-
like $1 million. You're making like $1 million a year selling like used jet skis or some shit. Talking
Boats
about
are
how you're
so
working
expensive.
class.
I don't get
Yeah.
why boats are so expensive. I mean, I'm sure
And
somebody
they're
could tell
very-
me why,
yeah.
but I,
Depreciating asset too. It's like the moment that you put the fucking boat on the water after purchasing it, it halves in value.
Yeah. That's an odd hobby, is
Yeah.
the boats.
yeah.
It's a very laborious to even fucking like,
Care
drive
for.
it there,
Yeah.
crank it into the water, get out of the dock. For
Yeah.
what? Sitting on the water.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about, if we're going to talk about politics, and I don't know how comfortable you guys are. I mean, I know you're comfortable talking about politics, but I don't know how comfortable you
Oh, I
are
don't
about
care.
it. Do you feel like any of your opinions politically has shifted over the years?
Yes. I think so.
You go.
Oh my god.
In what ways?
But you're more interesting than me.
Okay, I'll go then.
Yeah.
I think I'm just like a lot more, I don't know what the word would be, moderate. Like, I think a lot of my opinions were a little bit like, what's the word?
Libertarian?
Yeah, I just kind of stupid. I still like hold, I think, most of the beliefs. I just don't think that people were bringing up the whole N-word thing.
Yeah.
And I think basically, like, I'm just, like, not the... It's totally fine. I don't need to say the N-word. That's, like... I think I had this philosophy where, like, you're kind of telling me something's off limits, and it pisses me off. And I'm like, some comedians are able to say that. I should say that. And I just don't think it's not necessary.
Yeah.
You know?
Interesting.
So that's probably one of the... I mean, it's
Coward.
it's moving from like it's like moving half a step in a different direction. It's like not really much of a change up.
I think you claim conservatism more than you actually were, though, because like looking at your old stuff, like looking at your content cops and stuff like that I've watched in the past, like it didn't, outside of your free speech absolutist position, it didn't seem like you were, any different than any other content creator on YouTube in that same era. As a matter of fact, you were probably like more towards the center or left than most content creators of that era, because you were shitting on the most like right-wing content creators of that era. Maybe not like officially positioning yourself as that,
Right.
but it did feel like, I mean, you were like, You dunked on Keemstar, Rice Gum. Like, obviously, these are apolitical people, but they're still like very heavily slanted to the right. Leafy, another person like that. Like these, and some of them have come out about their position, come out with their political positions. But like, I would say that they were still like very much, like the attitude that they resemble was very much like right wing. You know what I mean?
I feel like also like there was just a lot of things that Ian had never experienced or understood. Like he had never met a Muslim before, and then he ended up marrying one. But like that was something that really changed. I feel like, alhamdulillah. That's
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Yeah, mashallah, mashallah.
I taught him the Fatiha. But there's a video of him chopping a Quran in half. And when my dad was still mentally sane, I was terrified that he was going to find that video of Ian. He's like,
God, I did not know that.
Yeah, he chops a Quran in half with a cleaver, and I was like, oh my God, if my dad ever fucking sees that. Like,
It was less intentional. It was more just random unboxing, and I'm just, you know.
Sorry.
Oopsie.
That would get you, like, literally. My dad would literally murder you, probably. But
yeah, Kafir Americans, you know, it is what it is. Okay, well, I didn't even know that. Never mind. Yeah, no, it's all
it
good.
was before him. I mean, most people don't. I mean,
no, the way I see it, what I present, what I talk about regularly is that I think people should, like, one of the things that I get really annoyed about with the way that the left presents itself on the internet is that people act like you are unable to change. You're unable to change your mind. You're unable to change your opinion. You're unable to you know, atone from your sins of the past or whatever. Even if it's not like something as severe, even if you don't even personally see it as like a sin or a crime or anything like that. I believe in rehabilitation over incarceration regardless. Like, I think that even if you literally do a crime, I personally believe that you can learn from your mistakes and not repeat that and become like a normal human being, like a productive member of society. So of course, when it comes to what liberals or leftists or progressive people think is like a really bad behavior, demonstrating like bad ideas, bad behavior, I know that it comes from social conditioning and it's learned behavior, and that people can change, and it's something that should be celebrated rather than constantly thrown in your face non-fucking stop. So, you know, I don't have an issue with that. Yeah.
yeah, I think that I'm the one I think has gotten. I'm more extreme than Ian, where I'm like pretty anti-capitalist. I hate landlords. I hate the system that we're in. Like, I think the reason why I really like the charity boxing event is because at least we can like find ways to give money to people who actually need it rather than like just being. I think like I think what really made me mad about boxing events in the past is that it's rich assholes betting their money to make money to like have people that are struggling to like make ends meet and pay rent watch them do it, and then they'll go home and like have a lot of money and like whatever, it keeps going.
And the fighters are exploited too, like usually yeah, but this is like, it feels way better where it's like these are people who are getting punched in the face for your entertainment, and your money is actually going towards people that like need it, rather than watching like two 21-year-old privileged rich kids be like, I bet my 2 houses that I'll beat you up. And then no one gets anything, you know. This was definitely significantly better than like any other kind of boxing event that's taken place thus far. Like all the Thriller stuff, or wasn't the Ace family doing one too? And then they were like scamming everybody or some shit.
That's why Rice Gum wanted to fight Ian, because McBroom, the Ace family dad, basically promised Rice Gum $3 million if he fought Ian.
Turns out that's not even real, right? I mean, turns out he is not even actually giving people that kind of money. Isn't he broke now or something? Isn't he like bankrupt?
Yeah, he got foreclosed on, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, he got foreclosed on, I'm pretty sure. But I thought he countersued, and then he made some money off of that.
Maybe.
Wasn't it Ace Family Scams? Yeah. Well, Ethan is always on it. The newest scam.
The newest.
Yeah, so specifically the boxing one was less of an Ace Family scam and more of a Austin McBroom scam.
Yeah.
Where he sort of corralled a bunch of different fighters from TikTok and elsewhere and basically said, you can make a fuck ton of money, $1 million plus, and for each fighter. And it ended up being that they didn't raise fucking any money. It was 130 million pay-per-view sales, which was just like nothing compared to how much they spent on it, which was like, I think maybe, I don't know, like 100 million or something. Yeah.
Holy shit! Wait, they
Yeah.
spent 100
Well,
million.
well, yes. Like if everyone was
Got
paid,
paid what they were promised.
what they were supposed
Oh,
to
so he
be
just
paid.
like straight up did not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he ended up not paying them at all.
Right.
With 7
He
points.
didn't even pay Keemstar.
Yeah, that's crazy. So does Keemstar hate this fucking guy or what?
No.
Keemstar loves the event because he was brought on to be like a commentator for that event. So he's like very pro this event. When you ask him what his favorite YouTube boxing event is, he says
always
this
says
one
this
because he was given a lot of like
That's crazy.
Yeah.
opportunity.
Yeah, they're like famously the charity basketball thing. I remember they had a charity basketball event where they announced they'd be donating 100K to a charity of their choice. The event was wildly popular, but the Ace family allegedly only donated 75K of the 100K they promised fans, leaving 25K unaccounted for. Many also theorize the family actually profited from the event after the ticket merch and live stream
Oh,
sales.
definitely.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Fucking 100K is nothing
Yeah,
for that.
it's-
It's amazing that it was that little, to be honest.
Yeah. That's
Because they're huge. And I remember that event. It seemed like a sold out event. And they had a bunch of other people there. Like, wasn't like Mr. Beast and other people there as well?
At the Social Gloves thing?
No, at
No,
the
at the-
fucking basketball tournament.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
I don't know.
They had a
Maybe.
bunch of names there.
Yeah.
So I would guess that earned a lot more than 100K.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like that's one thing I don't understand about chat. I'm a box this on. It's all set up. No, I'm not boxing you, Myth. Get the fuck out of here. Myth and I have the same. Myth started training with my trainers.
Yeah.
Before he ever worked out, we like literally went to the basketball court one time during like COVID because I wanted to do some like active shit. And I was shocked at like how athletic of a base he had for never actually working out. And I was like, dude, you're gonna get like if you even tried a little bit, you would get so fucking jacked. And since then, he started actually taking it seriously, started working out, and now he's like, building a lot of muscle mass.
What if he got really swole? Like, would you fight him then?
No, I couldn't fight him.
What if he was in your weight class?
First of all, for him to be in my weight class, he would have to put up like what is he like 170 pounds right now or some shit. Like he would have to. What is he gonna do?
I think he can get up there. He just needs to get to 200 pounds, and then it's heavyweight.
yeah, free.
Good to go.
Free game.
Oh, is it 200 plus? You're
200
fine.
plus, yeah.
You don't need to do anything else.
Yeah.
That's how.
No,
Harley
I still
and Aaron-
I just like I would not be able to fight him. I love Myth.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. Probably no. I can't
yeah,
do it.
Yeah, say maybe. Maybe's a good starting point.
I would not be able to fight Myth.
Do you feel like you would only accept a fight if you felt like kind of confident in your ability to win?
No, I'm not like worried about fighting Myth in that respect. No,
I
I'm
mean,
not.
I'm not accusing
No,
you
no, no,
of
no.
that.
That's not.
I just mean in general, like, because there's a lot of psychology in choosing your opponent. I didn't fucking like put
didn't
much
think about
thought
that?
into it
You were
'cause
just
I
like-
was like,
Yeah.
I just need to fight
I could
someone
tell.
who will bring in views. Turns out, I don't think Dr. Mike had like brought in that many views. To be honest, I think I could probably fight someone who brings in more.
Yeah.
Who would you fight?
Do you
if
want to fight if I got to 200?
You want me? You want to fight me?
I
I mean, you were pretty tall. I was surprised at how tall you are.
Yeah.
You're short presenting on camera.
Sure.
Everyone's the guy at the
Yeah.
hotel when we were checking in. He goes, "I'm not supposed to do this, but you're iDubbbz," and he's like, "Does anyone ever tell you this? I don't want to be rude, but like, I thought you were gonna be way shorter."
How you're like 6'3",
6'2".
6'2"? Yeah, you're. I don't know what it is. I always thought you were like a short dude.
Man,
His face is
that
so
pisses
long,
me
though.
off.
No, literally.
I have a long face.
Yeah, it's long.
I had a big forehead. That means tall.
Is that what that means?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that just means you're balding. That's what people tell me in my chat about my forehead. No, I don't know. Yeah, you had like short guy energy a little bit.
Damn.
Especially back in the day.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. That
Maybe
makes
it's
some
because
sense.
he was defending N-word usage. That's just short guy energy.
I don't know. I just like literally always thought you were like a short dude. So that just carried on. Even though I knew you were like taller, I guess, because like I saw the boxing thing.
All right, quit dodging. Do you want to fight or not?
Do you want to fight you? Maybe I'd fight you.
All right.
You're gonna get to 200. How much do you weigh right now?
I'm going down every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to eat a lot to get up to 190. Give me a year though, I'll get up there.
You're one.
you
You're
wouldn't like
one.
that.
Right
You're,
now I'm 180.
you were 190 or 180 right now.
Yeah.
Dude, no shot, dude.
No, I'll be like Tyson Fury. I'll have a big fucking gut, but
Dude, that's like
I'll
that's
lay it out there.
that's how every heavyweight fighter is though. Like all the like best heavyweight fighters are just like just normal looking dudes that are still like 6'6" and just fucking insanely powerful.
Like Tyson Fury.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
like way better to be taller than it is.
Yeah, that's who
like
I.
muscular.
That's always who I think of. Tyson Fury is who I think of when I think of like heavyweight boxers. They're fucking crazy. Okay, we'll figure it out. You know who I fight?
Sign the contract.
Dude, Anthony Padilla. Dude.
We
That would be
wanted-
awesome.
That'd be
No,
sick.
I would.
But I don't think he's that tall.
He's not.
He's not that tall.
Like, how tall is? I mean,
Anthony
I thought
Padilla.
We
you
hung
guys
out
are
there.
kind of, you're like the you're like the evolved form of
That's
Anthony
why. That's
Padilla.
why. Yeah, we did. We wait. He's 5'11" only.
Yeah, I knew he wasn't that tall.
I thought he was like kind of. I thought we were
He was
like
probably wearing platform shoes when you met.
could be that could be the case.
Those razors brought him out of his shoes a little bit.
Yeah.
Also, he's got some floofy hair now.
Yeah. He's got great hair. He's
Why don't you fight Anthony Fantano?
the melon. I mean, I could fight. I could
That'd
fight
be
Anthony
sick.
Fantano. That could be interesting.
I don't know why. I think.
Oh, yeah,
that'd
he's
be
big,
really-
isn't he?
He's big.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's Italian. He's got like he wears those wife beaters and shit. Like he looks like he
Yeah.
could fight.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I don't listen to any music. He only listens to music. Like it could be an interesting
Wait,
matchup.
do you mean you listen to music?
I'm literally a freak.
No, are you serious?
Man.
I'm not even kidding. I literally do not listen because like I'm streaming like 8 hours a fucking day every day.
But you work out. What do you do when you work out?
So only recently did I start listening to music when I work out because I now train with a trainer. But before that, if I worked out on my own, I was listening to podcasts and news.
Oh man.
I literally am
I need
like
information.
Knowledge.
no because like I don't have a lot of free time in the day away from the camera, so I have to constantly like stay up to date with what's going on.
That's fair. I think when you're doing, I remember when I was doing more political streams, like if I would, log on stream and people are like, oh, what do you think about this? And I'm like, I literally have no fucking idea what you're talking about. That's the worst feeling ever.
Yeah. So I just like I'm always like taking in as much information as possible.
Yeah, I guess when people say, are surprised by you not listening to music, they just sort of picture you just in silence all the time,
yeah.
just listening to your own breath.
I mean,
as
it
you're
is
working
like
out.
this though. It's literally the entire day. Throughout my entire day, this is how I operate. Like I'm straight up not listening to any music because like we can't. Because
Right,
DMCA,
Ohio
I'd
is
get
tackling the
DMCA'd.
issue of school.
Which is so stupid.
Yeah, so that's just how I operate. Have you been paying attention to what's going on in America?
Are you talking about like Roe v. Wade or
Roe v. Wade, the anti-trans bills that are like getting passed
Yeah.
all around the state legislatures,
Yeah.
gun laws, any of
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, we've been hearing it. It's just sort of a random, like I think we'll find out about it on Twitter, first, and
Yeah.
not look into it usually.
Oh, I mean, I do, but
She looks into it.
and then I'll bother Ian about it. I'll be like, I can't believe this is how. I'll show him like random clips until he gets annoyed.
While I'm shadowboxing.
yeah.
Yeah. Is that what or do you just like keep your boxing all the time still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to keep.
You look so menacing when you say that. I don't know what it is, but you're like, yeah.
Yeah, it's the brow line
It is the brow.
and the
Yeah.
mustache.
Yeah, it is,
Yeah.
dude.
So-
You're sitting here next to me, and I'm like, shit, dude, what's he gonna do?
I was gonna say you should do some different. If you don't want to cut the hair, you should do some different facial hair.
Oh, I
things.
always go with a mustache every now and then.
Yeah.
I love the mustache.
I think
I'm
you
a
should
big
do a soul patch, real big, one, real
no.
fat one,
no shot. I'm already
and some mutton chops as well.
mutton chops. I could do maybe.
That's
I
kind
could-
of
I
feels
could
like
fuck
a
with a mutton
yeah.
chop.
Okay.
But like, listen, I gotta Jay Schlatt has the mutton chop. True. I don't know. I just
Do you feel like you have a signature look here on, or I guess like online that you need to like uphold, kind of?
yeah. One time, like the first time I ever shaved everything off and went like full baby face, it was like it went like I was trending on Twitter. Like there's like Affinity Magazine was like writing an article about it and shit. Like it was just so stupid. But since then, I think people have gotten used to me changing shit up.
Right.
But yeah, I do feel that way a little bit. Because people get like, I mean, you know how it is, especially on the internet. There's a lot of like parasocial aspects to
Yeah.
it. So there's people feel like they have a say in like what you do in your personal day-to-day life, and that certainly translates to like what you can and can't do even with your facial hair. Or people are like, what the fuck are you doing?
I
Yeah.
still get DMs asking me to tell Ian to shave his mustache.
Yeah, but to be fair, I did post this photo where it looked like shit too, and then people fucking lost their minds.
Kind of look like Joe Jonas from this
yeah,
angle.
you kind of look like a boy band member for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just wasn't a good look. I'll admit.
I
mean,
don't think it's that bad.
I don't
But
think
the-
it's a bad look.
I looked very emo.
I don't know. I mean,
I think that look maybe less accessorizing with that look. I think is
no,
better.
I like the accessorizing.
I'm a
I mean,
fan.
it
I
just-
like accessorizing.
Yeah. I think it just depends on what you're going for,
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe I'm just not a very picky human being. I mean, you look healthy.
What does that say about? How does that
No,
make you
I-
feel?
I'll take it.
You look healthy and you look like you take care of yourself and shower. I don't know. I feel like you're doing better than 99%
That's true.
of men, at least. So.
That's what I always say. I always talk about fucking every dude is a 7. Every dude can
Yeah.
easily become a 7
for sure.
if they take care of themselves. Oh yeah, this is with the mustache. That's what I look like with a mustache. Every dude, as long as they take care of themselves and groom themselves and hit the gym and become healthier, become more confident, they can be a 7.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree with that.
I think women too, though. I think everyone can be a
Yeah,
7.
yeah. It's
Like-
it's your starting point for
Yeah.
sure. Except most people don't want to do any of those things. They don't want to groom themselves. They don't want to figure out like what works with their face, like what kind of hair works with their face
Are
or
they
their
calling you
head.
Hank Pecker?
Oh yeah, that's my that's my alternate persona when
I
I'm
love the word Pecker. That's
yeah.
so
That's
fucking
my name,
awesome.
brother, Hank Pecker. When I wear the Trump hat and
Yeah.
talk about conservative shit.
Pecker.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Okay. Well, what else are you guys doing here in LA? You're just like chilling. You're running around. I don't want to keep you for too long. You know what I mean?
We're gonna drive back home soon
Yeah.
to Seattle.
Road trip.
Oh damn. Okay, that's cool.
But yeah, we're just farting around, just seeing what's going on.
Yeah, we literally pretty much came here for the Ethan and Hila podcast.
Oh, I'm glad that I was able to steal. I was able to steal them from you. Did you guys hang out last night or anything? Or have you hung out with them?
No, we hung out with AB
You
and
saw that
Lena.
they did some sort of Post Malone
Yeah.
party or something.
Yeah, post party.
I was supposed to go to that last night, but I was so tired. I was like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go pee. Okay. You guys can answer some of these insane questions that are in the
Sick.
chat if you want.
Nice. We
Just
get
don't-
to take over.
Yeah. And I'm gonna run a 1 minute ad
So
break
we should-
too.
Oh no.
Before I do that, or
But
while
the-
I do
the
that.
subs can still see, right?
Yes,
They don't-
that's right. At the top of the hour is a 6-second ad break. If you subscribe, you can still see. You can have an uninterrupted ad-free broadcasting experience. Okay, I'm gonna pee. I'll be back. Sorry, I literally was holding on when you guys came.
I'm still holding on.
All right, you take over. Don't show anything until you leave.
The words we can say right now. Oh man, there's so
Don't say the
many.
C word. That's the
All
bad
right. Now that we're in the pilot seat, let's see chat saying? Oh man! So as soon as I looked over there, it said, "Don't look at the chat."
Someone
Ian.
said you guys are
Don't
hot as fuck.
Look at it. The C word? Yeah, I've heard about
Yeah,
that.
don't say the C word.
Yeah, that's amazing that that's becoming a thing, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
But hey, it's fair.
Somebody asked if you can shave your mustache.
I can shave it. I've just gotten very used to what I've seen in the mirror. So even if it looks better objectively, it's hard to accept the change. That's why I don't like to really switch up the look too often in general. It's so hard to be like, is this good? You can't figure it out. Also got a new tattoo today. This little demon character.
Yesterday.
You guys, yesterday. You guys like demons?
Ian, do you like... Oh, shit. I'm not good at reading fast.
Bring-
What inspired you to get tattoos?
I've just always liked the tattooed look in general. I don't care too much about individual tattoos. I just think it kind of looks cool to be plastered. Plastered is like a term to get drunk, I think. But I use it to get laid.
I think you meant to say
Tattoos.
blasted.
Blasted. To get blasted. Man, this chat's...
Yeah,
I
you
could
can
pause
scroll.
it, yeah. Whoa, okay.
Yeah, you read a few questions.
Ask Hassan about the cussy.
Huh?
The cussy? The
Hassan
cussy.
just said, "Oh my god," from like across the hallway.
It's not neo-traditional. It's mostly all traditional.
American traditional.
American traditional, if you must know.
Don't ask, somebody said.
Okay.
I'm not going to ask you about any of these things. I know how it goes.
Someone said you kind of seem like you have a concussion.
Yep, no.
Okay, so this morning, something really interesting happened to me. Something that people have probably experienced. Okay, where I had a package that was supposed to be delivered to me.
There was a package out there.
Yes.
Okay.
I just found out that it's here. Spoiler alert. Come on, bro.
I should have said
Let me
something.
tell my fucking story real quick.
Oopsie, poopsie.
So I had a package this morning that was delivered to me as I was like pulling up into my house, and my mom was also pulling out of the house and like going somewhere, right? And she did not actually put the package inside of the gate when she saw it because she thought like, oh, he'll go and grab it. I parked my car, and in between the 30 seconds while my mom was pulling out and I was actually parking my car and grabbing the package, someone fucking yoinked it. What was in the package? Nothing like super serious. It's just my new merch that I am looking at samples on, right? Like I'm just looking at the samples. And I have cameras everywhere, so I literally watched this, I would say, almost professional operation unfold as a dude straight up pulls up next to the delivery driver when he sees that the delivery driver is like putting a package down, rolls in reverse, hits the car in reverse, and then waits for the delivery driver to leave, sees that no one is there, opens the back door of his car, walk over, grab the package, toss it in the car, and then drive away very quickly. Okay? And I thought to myself, like, obviously I'm not going to do anything. It's just like, whatever. It's just fucking, it's just like apparel that I haven't even, seen yet. I don't even know if we're going to go with it or whatever. It's just like samples. Turns out he brought it back and wrote on the package. I just looked at it. It said, thought this was something that they were giving away. And
That's
I think
awesome.
I don't know if he knows that like there's cameras. I don't know what happened. Like I know that that's not the case, but like, hey, I mean, thank you for, because I tweeted about it and I was like, dude, you didn't have to like Ocean's 11 this shit. You know what I mean? There's nothing like serious in there. And I think he just saw the merch and was like, damn, this merch sucks, bro. I can't even fucking.
I wish more people would do that because it's a lot more honest. Most packages that I think get stolen off porches are fucking awful shit off of Amazon.
Yeah.
Like that no one wants.
Yeah.
So yeah, he jacked it and realized like, oh man, this sucks, and brought it back. So that's cool.
He could have thrown it in the trash though, so at least he brought it back.
Yeah, I'm glad that he just like returned it, which is something that doesn't really happen. You know what I mean?
That's rare.
Yeah, that's rare.
It could be a variety of different reasons. It could be that he realized, like, because I know what his size. He's not like a big dude. The dude who yoinked it, and he's like super old too. It was like some old random dude, you know, not like very old, but like just like 40 in his 40s. He probably looked at it and was like, "These are all triple XL, double XL. Like I can't even fucking wear this shit. I'm gonna give it back." Yeah, so
I was wondering what was written on there. I was trying to read it. I was being a bit nosy. I was like, what the
no,
fuck?
I mean, you can. I don't give a shit. It just said, sorry, didn't realize this was, I think he wrote something along the lines of like, sorry, thought this was being given away. That's what he said. So yeah, a little fun story there.
I love
Given
that.
away by the UPS truck.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a UPS truck. It was like being sent via Uber. Like, the merch people that I work with had like someone take it from the place that they're making it and like deliver it to me. So yeah, there you go. That was a fun little fact. What were they asking you guys?
Nothing. Something about a little cussy. Cussy time. A lot of that.
Oh God,
And a bunch of other stuff.
They suck. They got
actually-
nothing interesting going
Yeah.
on. Jesus Christ.
A lot more emotes than words.
Yeah.
Most of the
A lot of
time.
Pepes.
Which I like, to be honest.
Yeah, I've always liked that Twitch chat communicates in emotes. It's always been nice, I think.
I do. I think it just opens up a totally new and unique way to demonstrate mental illness in the chat, which I personally appreciate for sure. I like it. No, it's good. It's like tone indicators on steroids, but people don't even, people don't recognize it as such. Okay. What else? There's a bunch of other stuff that I wanted to ask you guys about, but I feel like we covered a lot. I'm surprised that you were.
good.
I'm surprised you were, even open about, some of this other stuff that I thought you would be uncomfortable speaking on, like your prior position on, hate speech.
Well, I went on I went on this boxing podcast that was just like, I mean, they're boxing guys, so they know nothing about YouTube. And it was me and Hundar. And they didn't know any of my shit. They didn't know any of Hundar's shit. So they were just like actively like searching shit about me while on a podcast with me.
It was live too.
Yeah. And they just like went through a bunch of shit.
What comes up when you
They typed in iDubbbz controversy.
Yeah. To
specifically.
like try
Yeah.
to find things.
that's great. That's a good way to do.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I love that the first thing that comes up is
Wikipedia.
OnlyFans controversy.
Yes.
That's hilarious.
So that's what they first asked about.
Bro,
and
that's
then
not
the
even a
other guy-
controversy. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. I was actually quite happy that was the first thing they talked about. I was like, okay, piece of cake. I can handle this. But then they got in the N-word stuff, and I was like, all right.
I mean, that was on
we go.
that was on New York Magazine. Vegan YouTube drama erupts again over N-word. What the fuck? Vegan YouTube drama?
Beats
Yeah,
me.
bro. How am I gonna look at this photo? How am I gonna look at this video and not think you have short guy energy?
No,
Okay.
that's 6'2" energy, man.
I'm just dude, come on, bro.
She had like really high heels on that day. She did.
I mean, I don't know anything about Tana. How do you say her last name? I don't even fucking know.
Mojo.
Tana Mojo. I mean, I have like very specific brain rot, and that kind of brain rot is like, I can't put that in my brain along with like all the other different types of brain rot that I have.
You were calling Hundar.
That's what
I
it's
like that.
Yeah, Hundar. I mean, that's what he looks like. He looks like he's like Hundar, the barbarian. I mean, he's
You
crazy.
should change his YouTube channel to that Hundar the Barbarian.
I mean, he does look like that.
Yeah.
What is it? Wait, what do you think about the FDA-approved Alzheimer's treatment, Aduhelm? Wait, there's an FDA-approved Alzheimer's treatment? I didn't even know that.
I will tell you, I'm not sure which one they ended up approving, but my dad was actually on the test trials for an Alzheimer's injection that they were like
But it didn't
very
work?
close to releasing. And I can't remember the name. My mom would know the name, but it actually caused my dad's brain to bleed, and I think it actually made his condition worse. So,
God damn.
yeah. I mean,
Sorry, my grandmother just recently passed away from Alzheimer's.
it's hard. It sucks
Yeah.
ass. I think the thing with like a lot of, I mean, we knew that he was fucked. So, and I think that's obviously a lot of test trials. It's like,
Yeah.
well, you're fucked anyway, so we might as well like just try it. And like, you don't know whether or not you're getting the actual dose or double the dose or none of it. So,
Yeah.
I mean, he was definitely getting a dose of it. We just will never know how much. So, I mean, I think it's great that they're working towards it, and you know, my dad would be very proud that he helped, you know, figure out what works and what doesn't. And if it's safe and it's approved, like that's great. I'm so terrified of like, I don't know, brain bleeds and all of that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a really weird experience to go through, like watching a loved one go through that, you know, go through the different stages.
Yeah, I was 22 when my dad was diagnosed, and my dad was 56.
It's young too.
Super.
Why? That's
the
crazy.
youngest. The doctors can't believe it. It's very rare to get it that young, early onset, and like, I remember just thinking like, this is like way too young, and then like 2 years later, it was like, he's pretty much gone. You know.
Yeah,
That's what
that
happened.
accelerated fast too, I guess, because like I mean, it's different for everyone, but my grandmother had it for many, many years. At a certain point, it just like becomes a thing. You know what I mean? You just get used to it.
You cope with it. I think I have a friend who's also going through it right now, and I was talking to them about it, and I said like, at least for me, the process was like anger, then sadness, then you go back into anger because they start to like deteriorate more, and then it becomes like peaceful because it's almost like this person doesn't have to worry about anything anymore. Like they actually like get to be taken care of, and like some of what they do is kind of funny, and like they're happy a lot of the time, and like my dad loves eating chocolate, and you know, you can tell like he enjoys being around us and stuff. So it's like you almost find it to be like peaceful that they get to exist that way and be taken care of. Obviously not everyone and that's also why I'm so privileged as a Canadian, and why I think Americans deserve universal health care is like, my dad gets taken care of financially for any medical needs, and we have something called AHS, which is like assistance, where we have someone come over and help my dad, you know, every week, at least like twice a week. And there's people out there that don't get any of that. And they're like being cared for by people that are not taking care of them
No,
properly.
you get medical bankruptcy. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool. That's what we get in America.
That's horrible. I just fucking hate that.
Yeah, it's pretty disgusting.
So, I mean, it makes me really sad to think that, you know, there are people out there that struggle and they don't have any help at all. But if you have proper help, like, it does get to the point where you're like, it is the new normal, and you can enjoy life with them again, you know.
Yeah, and you're talking about this in Alberta too, which is again the most like America adjacent part of Canada, in my opinion.
They're trying to privatize healthcare in Alberta, and I didn't know this growing up, but my sister's like very passionate about this stuff. She said in our one of our amendments in our constitutional rights is free healthcare. It's like in the constitutional rights of Canada. So like, I don't know what Alberta's trying to do. I don't know how they can do it, but apparently they're trying.
Damn, if only our founding fathers had put that in there, that would have been fucking sick.
Yeah.
But no, too busy putting other dumb shit in there. That, I mean, no, it doesn't matter. America, it would have bastardized that regardless. You know, we're supposed to, we have we are supposed to uphold, the government's supposed to protect like the pursuit of happiness.
Really? Is that in there?
I mean, but it's not necessarily something that I think anyone cares about. We care more about, you know, someone said guns are healthcare. Exactly.
Guns are healthcare.
Yeah.
I only ever hear about the first, second, and fifth in America.
Yeah, well, I need my second to protect the first. Yeah. Thank you for your arsenal. That's really protecting free speech in America.
What is the third and the fourth? Does anybody know?
Quarters. And the third amendment is supposed to be like the no soldier shall in time of peace be quartered in any house without the consent of the owner nor in time of war, but in a manner to be prescribed by law, which is really important, of course. Yeah, obviously. Yeah. But the Fourth Amendment is actually important. The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, effects against unreasonable searches and seizures.
Oh.
So that the Fourth Amendment is huge, but
no one talks about that.
No, people mention it. I mean, it's like the Third Amendment is just it's just random and silly for the most part.
Interesting.
But yeah, we violate the Fourth Amendment regularly in America. That's probably why.
Isn't the Patriot Act violating that heavily?
We make it. We. That's what I meant. It's just they interpret everything according to whatever the needs of the American heavily militant state is at the time.
Yeah.
So,
Interesting.
I mean, 13th Amendment still maintains that slavery is legal and cool.
Terrifying. That's in prisons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that.
That one, because I had heard the saying, like, we have modern day slavery in prisons. And I was always like, I get it. We heavily incarcerate Black and Hispanic Americans more than anyone else. But I didn't know that it was like that. I didn't know that the 13th actually has that loophole in it.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, I mean, it's by design. I wouldn't even say it's a loophole. It's just like straight up like the main purpose.
Loophole.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's written there to make sure that the South could operate off of slave work, and now everybody in America operates off of that. Isn't like every big corporation, don't they use slave labor?
Yeah. There was a Supreme Court case that actually found it legally appropriate, I guess, or that they could not rule over Nestle and other corporations taking advantage of slave labor in the third world, as long as it was indirect and a third party company was actually engaging in the child slavery in the cocoa farms and stuff. So
they're also like killing children with their formula, right? Nestle, wasn't that Nestle?
It was originally Nestle in the 60s, yeah. But formula, I mean, the American formula conversation is like even more complex than that now, where you have Abbott manufacturing pretty much, I think Abbott personally manufactures 50% of all baby formula in the United States. And they had to shut down one of their factories in Michigan that basically was responsible for 25% of the entire baby formula sold and used in the United States of America, because some infants died of Chronobacter. Like, obviously the bacteria was not the same exact one that they had in their plants, but they had a bunch of other versions of that same exact bacteria. A lot of problems in the plants. There was a whistleblower that came out against them, and they just shut it down. And we're reopening it now.
So that's what I was wondering.
That's why the baby formula shortage happened.
I heard some like people. I was curious about that, but the only thing I could hear was that Trump implemented some tariffs and trade issues that like caused.
We've always done that. Yeah, so that was a trade agreement that Donald Trump pushed for. It was like NAFTA 2 under a different name, so people thought it was cool and sick because Donald Trump is America first. That was part of it, yes. Like, for example, in America, we have a oligopoly for baby formula. It's like 4 companies that produce all the baby formula that you consume. Nice. How bored are you right now?
No, I'm good. Okay. It's just funny. Just enjoying the chat.
Oh, okay. 4 companies produce all the baby formula, and like they lobby the government to ensure that like no baby formula comes from the European markets, for example. Even though the very same companies are also mass producing baby formula in Europe, and the baby formula regulation and standards are much higher in Europe. So technically, if we were to bring in European baby formula to the United States of America, it would be healthier baby formula because it would have there's better regulations in the making of European baby formula. But they don't want that.
You guys still put that hormone in your cows that give you cancer, right? As well.
I know.
Makes the cows sexier.
No, there's also like
way more fuckable.
Like, there's specifically something in your milk that like Canada and the European Union has banned as well.
Yeah, I tried to get some yogurt, some American yogurt when I was in Canada. Couldn't do it. I had to have my dad like ship ship it up.
Yeah.
Wait,
because
why did you want
because it's-
American yogurt?
Oh, because it was a Yoplait. I was doing a whole bit about how Yoplait
Gets
kills
stuck on-
squirrels because of their containers, but didn't have any of that in Canada because we put too much
Cancer hormones in it.
bad shit in
It's
the
like
cows.
illegal. Your dad gets arrested by the Mounties.
We
But
also
yeah.
put cool dye in things to make things vibrant and
That was
Sick.
Me and Ian got into a heated argument over Tic Tacs because I saw Tic Tacs in America and the orange ones are actually colored orange.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? When did they start doing that? And Ian was like, they've always done that.
Yeah, no, it's
And-
yellow 5 and orange and all of those are completely illegal in
Yes.
other countries. Yeah.
Canada, like the orange Tic Tacs are white and then the container is like a translucent orange color.
so we were both right.
Yeah.
So we
It
were
was
both
one
right.
of the few arguments where we both came out on top.
Yeah. It was
Well,
really weird.
Yeah, the Canadian pussies don't know about orange
Yeah.
and yellow 5, like the sick dyes that we put in our bodies. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? I mean, I drink Mountain Dew every day. I'm probably, just killing myself, but also it tastes delicious. So what are you going to do?
It's also like Cheetos, Red Hot Cheetos
Everything.
in Japan. Like they're like almost gray looking because they just don't put those dyes in them.
It's an incredibly popular dye that has a history of safety concerns and health risks. Yellow 5 food dye and your respiratory health. Analysis determined that in some sources of tartrazine might have particles of respirable size. This means you can breathe them in because exposure to this food dye is common. You'll probably come into contact with the yellow 5 dust at some point.
Nice.
There are some brands that I think are doing this weird thing where they're trying to, without like I guess scaring consumers away, they're putting next to like Cheetos or hot Cheetos or whatever, like the more like naturally colored ones. And they're like seeing if consumers will like take that instead. I don't think it's working because I think we love our dyes. but-
Because that shit's delicious, though.
Yeah.
I fucking need that yellow dye. I need a healthy.
So
I need a
fucked.
healthy dose of yellow dye in my fucking food. You know what I mean? It's just like it doesn't work any other way. That and microplastics. We need to have a
Yeah.
healthy diet of both of those things here in America, which of course is like may or may not contributing to diminishing testosterone levels in both men and women, which is bad for reproductive health and numerous other health complications. But probably the gay teachers or something that's pussifying America.
Probably going to have to increase immigration after none of us can do any impregnations.
Well, that's what the abortion thing is about.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That way you just
way-
that way you try to combat it by forcing.
Forcing poor white women.
It'd be funny to find out that we're like with each baby, you're like increasing the amount of like microplastics. Like it's like past,
honestly,
like kind of down the food chain.
There
type
there
thing.
is they did find fetuses. It was something like 8 out of 10 babies that are being born
Good. It's healthy for you.
have microplastics
That
in
does
them.
feel like a Futurama-esque like
We're making ourselves infertile.
storyline where like a baby has like a microplastic like wedged in its
It's a
skull,
Futurama.
and then it comes out as like a
Weird
new and
deformity.
exciting thing.
Yeah, that way is we're evolving. We're evolving to be more plastic, which is good. That way you don't even need to carry your credit card. I'm always losing my shit.
So
This
fucked
way I can just have it directly planted in my brain.
I was watching this doctor talk about how men on average are 50% less fertile than they were in 1970 or something like that. It's 50%. And then when you turn 35, you decrease 50% again, fertility-wise, as a man with, like, the microplastics.
That probably means they could probably do new like trials for condoms and stuff right now, and they'll get better results.
That's
Like
true.
higher
like
percentages,
90,
yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nearly.
I've never actually I've never conducted this test, but I get STD tested regularly, and I'm more of a pull and pray kind of person, and I've never had a pregnancy, so So I don't know. Maybe I'm
It's the
already there. Yeah, the microplastics got me. If nobody got me, microplastics got me. Straight up.
That
So.
was the solution the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the one where they the male birth control where they are putting your balls in like a little jacuzzi.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's like meant to be a temporary thing. I think they're still working on it.
Yeah. It's like a week long.
Yeah, I think you would rest your nuts.
I'm googling male birth control balls jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Yep, testicles a
There it is.
bath. Right there.
What the fuck? Testicle baths wins Dyson Award as innovative birth control for men. Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, that's the reason why your balls are outside of your body, so that you can regulate its temperature. It's like self-cooling. So if you fry it,
Cook them.
yeah, if you cook your ball sack a little bit, you can get temporary birth control, I guess.
Yeah. Would you do that?
Fuck no.
What?
Why not?
I don't know. I don't want to. I'm scared, man.
Kinda
I don't
sounds
wanna,
like you hate women.
Yeah, we already established that. Just not in the way that people think I hate women. You know what I mean?
You just want them to do the birth control stuff. That's sort of on them.
No. I would do male birth control. I don't have a problem with that. I mean,
Just as long as it's not painful.
Exactly.
That's not painful.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly. I'm fearful of like cooking my balls. That doesn't sound too.
It seems like foreplay to me. I'm like, that seems sick.
Okay, but
I'm
that's
like,
different. It's
that get
like
me
you're
excited.
into it.
Yeah. Cook the balls.
Status display, water level mark, water for ultrasound, wave transmission, battery, microcontrol. My balls wouldn't even fit in that, bro. Whatever. Oh.
Probably got
Probably so many dudes saying that.
Yeah. The COSO.
Bluetooth speaker in that too.
What
That's
the fuck?
the COSO must be used first time under the doctor's supervision. It takes. This sounds like an April Fool's thing, dude. Like I literally thought this was fake. What the fuck? Which by the way, bro, us women get birth control shoved up our pussies. You can cup your balls.
Yeah, and it's very painful. Like I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah.
It's fucking ass, and they don't give you any help.
It's pretty crazy to watch some of the like 3D animations of them like going in and doing
The way that they hold your
like the
cervix
IUD
still.
stuff and
Oh yeah, the Nuva ring.
They put literal hooks in your cervix.
Yeah.
Which, like, by the way, like most women have like a natural, like your blood pressure drops like really heavily if you touch the cervix because it's just not meant to. It's like touching anything inside your body. Like it's not supposed to happen. And then they like force it open and they just shove shit in there.
Yeah, no, that stuff is like super brutal, but also it's literally because like, and this is not like being like woke or anything. Straight up, women's reproductive health is so far behind in comparison to like any other medical category. I think like I remember seeing an insane fact that like only like 5 years ago or something they actually for the first time ever documented shit, what was it? God damn it, I need to figure it out. Like sometimes I'll find like random fascinating medical facts about like women's reproductive health where you're like we still don't know. There is no established medical science on the G spot, whether it exists or not, or clitoris, whether like what its impacts are, which is pretty fucking funny when you think about it.
Yeah.
There are new medical procedures, or like at least newly documented medical phenomena, pretty much happening all the time with respect to like how the vagina works.
They
Like-
used to believe truly wholeheartedly that like doctors, this is like actual doctors believed that like female suffering during giving birth was necessary.
Yeah.
And you should see how they used to like, if a baby wasn't coming out, they used to like actually hand saw the woman's like vagina open. I'm not even kidding. They would like hand saw it open.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah,
And they would well I mean now they don't do that barbaric shit, but then they will still do what is it called?
The husband stitch.
Yeah, the husband
Yeah.
stitch. Yeah, they like sew your pussy
And most women don't even know that they've had it done, and they'll ask the husband. Also, like if I wanted to get like a hysterectomy or my tubes tied, they would want to ask him whether or not he was okay with that, which I think is insane. But also the other thing,
so creepy. They don't actually call it like the husband stitch.
No, they do.
Yeah, they do.
No, they call it the
they call
husband
it the
stitch.
husband stitch.
Yeah,
They
they give it extra. They like make it smaller. They make your vaginal opening smaller.
Than when it was before.
Yeah. Refers to an extra stitch that some women may have received after vaginal delivery led to their perineum becoming cut or torn. This stitch extends beyond what is necessary to repair a natural tear during childbirth or cut from episiotomy.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say that.
That.
Yeah, I mean, dude, literally the first article is the husband stitch isn't just a horrifying
yeah.
childbirth
No,
myth.
it's a real thing. Yeah.
It's wild.
Also, like most of women's reproductive health that's been recorded and studied was like rooted in racism. Like actually, it was like only done on black women, and there was like all these myths about like them not being able to feel pain, and like apparently the dude like would go in and like touch their cervix and try and like figure out whether or not they felt pain, and like it's really fucked. Like if you look into all of it, it's like really
What I'm
fucked up.
wondering is if, like, because I guess my question was more about, like, how does the conversation go between the husband and the doctor? Does the doctor come and say, you want the husband stitch or not? Or if he says it a little bit more,
It's like a little nudge, like, "Hey, we're gonna make that pussy tighter.
we can throw in an extra stitch.
Yes.
Am I
what
right?"
what do you think about that?
Yeah. Apparently, there was a
It's so weird. I would think if he asked me that and I was like, I don't know, like 18 or something, I'd be like, oh yeah, like a more secure, like closing of the area. Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
do
shut
a
it
few
tight.
Extra stitches.
Shut it. Yeah, it just
Make
close
sure
it up
it's-
entirely. But apparently, it's it's incredibly painful for a
Yes.
lot of women when they do get it, and they don't even know that they got it.
Yeah.
So it's like the most. I find this to be probably like the perfect representation of patriarchal attitudes within fields such as medicine that's supposed to be like completely devoid of that sort of thing. So it's actually wild.
If you want to see something really terrifying, look up like birth deaths of mothers in is it Mississippi or Louisiana?
Any of the southern states. I think.
Are you
And
talking
how
about?
many of them are black women?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, who was it? There was the guy that looks like fucking Frankenstein's monster, who is a representative who literally fucking said famously, our natal care is fine. Like the birth rate fatality is not that bad if you take black women out of the equation.
Yeah, it's
Cassidy from Louisiana. Yep, that's it.
It's so bad. I didn't know it was that bad. Like just objectively.
Bill Cassidy famously talked about what is it? What's the? Wait, no, not the chainsaw thing. Hold on. Yeah. Louisiana senator defends his statements on the state's black maternal health. If you have a senator who's willing to dismiss 1/3 of his constituents, said one advocate, what happens when they walk into a hospital to get treatment? He said that while black people make up 1/3 of the state's population and experience higher rates of pregnancy-related deaths, if you correct our population for race, we're not as much as an outlier as it would otherwise appear.
That makes me want to fucking die.
Yeah.
It's so bad. It's so bad.
Yeah.
When you look at the
I mean, this
stats.
is stuff that they teach in like medical school too. Like medical ethics, quite literally, if I'm not mistaken, focuses on like doctors perceiving black patients to have a higher level of pain tolerance
Yeah.
incorrectly.
Yeah.
There's also a problem with like diagnosing autism in women because
Yes.
autism is seen as like autism in the way that it manifests in boys and men
It's different.
is different. So they like never really end up correctly diagnosing women with autism.
They also misdose patients of color way more often
Yeah.
than white patients. Like they'll just way overdose, or
Yeah.
sometimes under, depending on the situation. It's fucked up.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, the medical system is like way worse than I thought it was, and then I started like looking into it, and I was like, holy shit, this is like really bad. It feels like the South in general drags down the stats of the U.S. and like a lot of things, though. Like it's kind of crazy when you look at like there's like childbirth deaths, and then what was the other one that we were looking up that was like holy shit?
I don't know. It's like every time there's some sort of thing to measure, it's pretty much the case. I think we looked at like, I don't know, renewable energy or
Oh,
something.
the
at some
renewable
point.
energy is so bad.
It's just nothing.
The percentage of renewable energy in the South is like, for most states, it's like 4% of their energy is renewable energy, which is like very, very low.
Yeah.
Like you have to try at that point to be.
And they push back against it too, even though ironically a lot of those states, especially like the Rust Belt, has really they have a great opportunity to focus on renewable energy because like there's a lot of wind, so you could actually create like wind farms in the south. You have a lot of places where you get sun throughout the entire year, so
Yeah.
it's actually pretty good for solar exactly. And yet, yeah, they refuse to do so because it makes the other side makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
Even though renewable energy could be viable, they refuse to make any sort of they refuse to take the initiative on that.
Why don't they just do what tobacco did and move over to vaping? Like, I mean, I feel like it's the same
They are
thing,
doing that.
right? Like,
You nailed it. Actually, that's precisely what these companies are doing. That's why Shell, British Petroleum, Exxon, like they all actually invest heavily into renewable energy and like purchase big, like a lot of these big like leading renewable energy companies. The Saudi government's doing that too, specifically so they can one hedge against the inevitable end of like our reliance on fossil fuels, but also so they can stop the change from happening from within, so that they can like maximize their profits in the process. Pretty cool stuff.
nice. That
Yeah.
makes me want to die.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's well, these companies are trying to do that anyway. If you want to watch later, we'll watch this after. But yeah, I don't want to keep you guys for any longer than I have already. You guys have been incredible. Thank you so much for coming on. This was
the
wonderful.
first time we are meeting Hasan.
Yeah.
He just invites
Yeah.
us over.
We've met before.
We have at a
we met
party
at like a
once.
Twitch event.
Yeah.
Meeting on stream is weird.
Really?
Yeah, I thought you'd want to suss me out and be like, all right, this guy's not coming on.
No, I don't give a shit. I mean, I do this all the time. You were very good though. You were you know?
Wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
your
did you
chat's
feel?
nice.
How
Yeah,
was it?
It's good. I do.
Were you
it again.
uncomfortable? Were you like weirded
No.
out originally? You're like, what the fuck's this guy gonna say?
Well, I think you not sussing us out made us like nervous about what you're like whether you were gonna be kind of a weirdo. Like, you know, you got to be more careful with who you bring on.
I
Like, what
trust
if I'm
her, bro.
afraid?
That's why.
Yeah.
No, literally, it was because of her. I
Okay.
didn't have any like any
Right.
any worries whatsoever at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. That's why.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Once someone says they're pro Palestine, I'm like, okay, well then that's it. Because that's like the one issue. Like most progressives even are like, nope, not doing that. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
I'll
America,
die on that
especially.
hill. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, true. America.
All right.
Anyway, well, thank you so much
chat.
for coming on. Your hands are so
Clammy.
yes.
Yeah.
All right, bye guys. Is there anything you want to promote while you're here? I don't know.
Creator Clash 2. Give us money for charity next year.
All right, Creator Clash 2, guys.
Yeah. be
Okay,
on
I'll
the
walk you
lookout.
guys out.
Oh, no.
All right, and then I'll be back in 1 second. Okay. Hold on.
I need to use.
Oh yeah, here. Exactly.